Hello everybody and welcome back to the Retro Union Collectors channel today, and today we're taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Wave 1 Decepticon Dragstrip. So this guy is the first of the Stunticons. The Stunticon team can all combine to form Menasor, and it says right here at the top of the box, 1 of 5. Pretty cool. So we can take a look at the box here. On the front we have this super cool picture of Dragstrip in his I think it's a P-34 Tyrrell 6-wheeled F1 race car. Very interesting and unique vehicle mode. Get some super cool art of him on the side with that nice visor up here. On the back here you get him in robot mode as well as his vehicle mode, and then the 1 of 5 of Menasor. Very, very cool. That side you get the Legacy art. And that is about it. Get that out of here. So bringing Dragstrip back in here, as we can see, he is yellow. He is very, very bright yellow. He's got some like darker tan kind of yellow here in the middle, as well as up here. And then some red stripes, but other than that, and then like silver on the engines, but other than that, he is just yellow. There's not a whole lot of color breakup. If you look at him just head on like this, he's very yellow. He's got some color variation in the head, but overall, he's got some nice dark purple and like sparkly painted guns here. Looking very cool. I really like how those look. There are 2 of them, and they do have pegs on the side that allow these to plug together, like so. Very cool. If you want that option, you have it. But pretty cool. Set those aside for now. For articulation on this dude, he's pretty decently articulated, fairly well for a combiner, I guess. This guy, honestly, you kind of forget he's a combiner. He's not too hindered by his combine mode like at all. But he is on a mushroom peg for the head, so it can look side to side, no up or down or anything. His arms can kind of do 360, but they kind of get blocked by this, so you kind of move it around, and it's doable, but it's difficult. But they come out this far. You can push that down and get it to go full 90. He has bicep rotation as well as hinge of the bicep, little past 90, and no wrist articulation. But this thing can move, so you can kind of, I don't know, use that as like a weapon, mount something to it, whatever you want to do with that. He does have very unimpeded waist joint. That's because of his combination mode. He just splits in half there. He can kick forward 90 degrees. As well as back 90 degrees, and out a tiny bit past 90 degrees. Does have thigh rotation and about maybe 90 degree bend at the knee there. Really good ankle rocker joints, and he can kind of tilt back with his toes. I don't know why you would need back tilt though, but for a combiner, I would say he's pretty well articulated. Oop, then he falls. For some comparisons here we have Dragstrip, and here we have the War for Cybertron GS13 hubcap, who is a recent addition to my collection. He's just another repaint of that Bumblebee cliff jumper mold. Very cool. So he's pretty small for a deluxe, but there you can see them together. So, and he has like virtually no kibble, except I don't think these are supposed to be here, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it. Kind of makes him look a little more unique. We can get him out of here, and we can take a look at the Earthrise thrust. You have to angle the camera up. Very, very cool. That's how he looks with a Seeker. Review on him coming at some point. Very, very cool. Heck yeah. Get him out of here. And we can take a look at him with a fellow Stunticon. Review on Legacy Motormaster here coming very soon. There he is. As you can see, Motormaster is quite a bit taller. He is a commander class, but he's like a Voyager Plus type deal, but the trailer is way more than just a trailer. So, makes sense. But very, very cool. I really like how these Stunticons are turning out so far. I don't have, I forget what the one in Wave 2, but its name is off the top of my head. I don't have him. I have him Wild Rider, I think. I have 2 of him on pre-order. And you'll see why I have 2 of them on pre-order pretty soon. But very, very cool. Get him out of here for now. And we can go ahead and get this guy transformed into his robot mode, or into his vehicle mode, excuse me. Transformation guide will be down in the description as well as right up here. Check that out, and we can come back and finish this review. So here we have Dragstrip in his, believe it's F-34 or P-34 Tyrrell. It is an F1 car. Very, very high-end race car here. Very unique vehicle too. I don't believe very many of these exist in real life. It is real. These 6-wheeled cars like this, it is real, but not very many of them exist. But very, very cool again. You can see the head is hollowed out to make the seat there. I mean, it works. It doesn't really bother me quite as much as I initially thought it would when these were first announced. Then I got it in hand when they first came out, and it didn't bother me much. But you can take his accessories here, put them in these holes, like so. They look pretty good there. It's not a bad place for him at all. But very cool looking. I like how this turned out. But since we have him in this mode, what we can do is I can go ahead and show you the combination mode for Menasor. So I'm not going to show you very much of Menasor. I'm just going to show you how he actually plugs on to this section here. So if you have Menasor, or like if you have Motormaster, you'll know exactly what this is. But if you can get it to this point here, fold the hand out, leave this down, fold that side down. If you see there's these 2 notches here, notch here and here, and then this whole section up here. This bump here is designed to hit this plug right here. So if you take his guns and just spin those around to face backwards, like so, you don't have to unplug anything, you don't have to do anything. In fact, I will line these up. See how it's plugged in? You take this, you go this way, push it up against the back right here, and that should line up those pegs. There's those two, and this whole section in here. And also these ends will go into these slots right here. Let's see. Just like that there. And then you squeeze that down like that. So just the entire vehicle mode can go on there, and then you just take this back end here and just split it down. And then pop this whole section out just like normal. And if you have Motormaster, you'll know exactly what I mean. But that is how, that's like the proper way to do that. You put it on there and then open it all out, and it just works perfect. But that is his combination mode there. Fold that up. But very cool. That is him on Menasor's arm. We can go ahead and get this all put back. Just like that. Just push it all back together and pull it back off. There we go. Fully still in vehicle mode. I really like how that works just because the design of Menasor, it's like the whole vehicles. I kind of like how they designed it to where it actually straight up is the whole vehicle. I kind of like that. But for some comparisons here in vehicle mode, we have Legacy Dragstrip, and here is that GS13 hubcap again. As you can see, hubcap is still quite a bit smaller. Line them up back to back there. But they look pretty cool next to each other. Kind of like how yellow cars next to each other. Like how it looks there. Kind of see how that looks. Get him out of here. And we can look at him with the Generation Selects deep cover. Drew a blank on his name there. So he is another deluxe class figure. Line these two up. Quite a bit bigger than hubcap. Very cool looking though. Get those lined up there. Very nice. And for the last comparison, we can take a look at him with the Stunticon leader, Motormaster. There they are lined up back to back. They are almost the exact same length. Motormaster has like maybe a millimeter or two on him. But Motormaster's like he's way denser, and I don't have his trailer on him or anything. But I'm really liking how this team is turning out so far. We can get him out of here now, though. And we can go ahead and get this guy transformed back into his robot mode, and we can finish this video up. Once again, transformation guide is down in the description, as well as right up here. Check that out, and come back. Alright, so to finish this video up here, I think that this Legacy Dragstrip is a very, very cool way to start the Stunticon team. I definitely think you almost forget that he's a combiner. If it wasn't for this little plug right here, you wouldn't even know he was. Like, he's very well articulated. He's not hindered really by anything, except he does have a slight wobble right here at the waist. But like, that's it, and he can combine, and that's all you sacrifice is a tiny wobble. Like, I'll trade that, sure. All in all, if you want a complete Menasor, you kind of have to get this guy. But even if you just kind of want him, I would highly recommend it. Hope you check out all the rest of the Stunticon videos whenever I get those up. Motormaster will be coming soon. So make sure to subscribe, check that out, and have a good night.